Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I am Transparently D, where I keep it all transparent on here. No sugarcoating, nothing. I'm giving it to you, my life, blood raw. I started this channel because I am a very private person. Even on my social medias, I post up stuff on social media, and 98% of the time, the stuff that I'm posting up on social media is not my reality. It's not what I'm really like going through or something that I'm dealing with or anything like that. I'm not transparent at all, and I'm so sorry that this thing is shaking because I'm driving. So I apologize for that. But I decided that I'm going to be transparent because I never know, maybe God is putting me through something, or I'm experiencing something to bless somebody else, or to be a blessing to somebody else, or to let somebody else know that, you're not alone. You're not in this journey by yourself. I have this same struggle as well. So that's why I decided to go ahead and document my journey. At this current time, we are stop dead in the middle of in vitro fertilization. For those of you who don't know what in vitro fertilization is, that's when they take the eggs from me, put it with his sperm, and make a baby in a petri dish, whatever you want to call it, and then put it back inside of me to see if it'll take. So a little bit of background on my fertility journey. I have 4 children. I was previously married. I have 4 children. My youngest is 12. When I had my 12-year-old, I made the emotional decision to get my tubes tied. Not even realizing that in the future, my life would totally change. Back then, I was struggling financially. The relationship wasn't going really well, and it was just very, very difficult. So I made a permanent decision based on a temporary situation. Fast forward, my life is totally different now. I am a registered nurse. I'm a trauma nurse in the Atlanta area. I have a wonderful guy. Oh my God, he's amazing. He is an amazing guy. He really is. I really love him a lot, and he has no kids. Now, I did have to end up getting my tubes reversed in 2000, and I got them tied in 2006. April of 2010, I got them reversed because I was having a lot of side effects to them. To getting them tied gave me a lot of adverse effects to it. However, the right tube is open, but it's short, and the left tube is still occluded. The reversal didn't work for it, which is why we're doing in vitro fertilization. That's one reason why we're doing in vitro fertilization. Another major reason why we're doing in vitro fertilization is because I am 38 years old. And I'm 38. And after 35, you're considered advanced maternal age, and I don't want to bring a child into this world with Down syndrome, or trisomy 21, trisomy 18, or any other chromosomal ailments that they'll have to deal with because of my selfishness of wanting to have another child. So one thing with in vitro fertilization, we're able to do what is called PGS or PGD testing. PGD is pre-implantation genetic diagnoses, which means they diagnose the embryo with something. PGS is pre-implantation genetic screening. So it will screen to see if the baby has any type of chromosomal issues, such as the trisomies or stuff like that. But the PGD tests more for the cystic fibrosis and things that you would get from your parents. We are going to do the PGS testing because I have done the genetic screening on myself, and I am not a carrier of anything. Thank you, Jesus. So I am not a carrier of anything, so we're going to just do the PGS testing to ensure that we are bringing a healthy child into this world and we're not being selfish. Okay, so that's a little bit of background. I probably should have put this prior to giving my first video, but I just realized that I didn't even give you guys a background on me or anything. So I'm not being transparent. So about my channel, I'm going to talk about an array of things. I am natural, but I am not really good with my natural hair yet. I might throw a video up here or there about my natural hair, or me styling my hair or something like that. I am a nurse. I'm definitely going to talk about nursing. I'm a mom. I'm definitely going to talk about being a mom. I love God. I'm definitely going to talk about Jesus and him raising from the dead with all power in his hands. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to talk about our relationship. I'm just going to be totally transparent on this channel and things that maybe we go through and stuff, and kind of like get some insight from you all. And I understand that all the comments are not going to be joyous, happy comments or whatever the situation may be. Everybody has their opinions, and I'm set up for that. I'm okay with that as well. I am learning. I'm on a journey now to stay positive and to respond in a more positive manner versus responding to people in a negative manner, because I used to be very mean. I know you can't believe that, can you? Me either. But I was meaner than a rattlesnake. And you'll nip me and I'll go straight for your jugular. And that's not something that I'm proud of. I used to be a huge bully in school. I'm the baby of 9 kids. And I already knew that, if anything pop up, my brothers was coming. And that's not something that I'm proud of. So that is, things that I'll be talking about on my channel. So to fast forward to today. So today, I have an appointment at 1. It's 11:44. I have an appointment at 1 o'clock that I need to be at. But let me get you through my monitoring on yesterday. So for those of you who have watched the other videos, we're in IVF. So right now I'm stimming. I'm stimming with GonorF, Menopur, and LDN for inflammation, and I'm taking prenatal vitamins. Okay, so that's what I'm on at this point. Went to the first monitoring, which was horrible. The girl did not do it the right way. She didn't do what she was supposed to do. They didn't send the results over to my doctor's office. Stat. Horrible experience. So I said, okay, good. I'm going to stick with the same hospital, but I'm going to go to a different one. Went to a different one. Ultrasound tech was amazing. Amazing. She explained everything to me. She showed it to me. This is what I'm talking about. This is what this is. And she was very personable. Her bedside manner was amazing. Amazing bedside manner. She really did a very good job. So we were hoping that on yesterday that we would have a lot of follicles, number one, and that they will be large. I really wanted them to be 12 or greater. However, I am only on Wednesday made day 6, cycle day 6. So really, they still need to be kind of small then. But in my mind, I wanted them to be larger because I needed them to retrieve on Monday. I needed them to retrieve on Monday because Steven has to work. His job is not as flexible as my career. And I wanted him to be there so bad. And I'm not going to cry. Now that we can't retrieve on Monday, he's not going to be able to take off work to be there when I retrieve, which is scary for me because they give you propofol and Versed, which are sedatives that knock you out during the retrieval. And I'm not really feeling that, being there by myself going through that. Also, he has to be to work on Tuesday, so if we would have retrieved on Monday, my cousins are going to be in the area where I'm going to have the retrieval at, and she was going to be there with me, and now that's not going to happen either. Our largest follicle was a 10 mm, and everything else was smaller than that. So we are sticking to the regimen with the GonorF and the Menopur. We're just going to give it time to grow. We also didn't have as many follicles as I had hoped for from what we could see. We have 4 on the right side and she only could see 1 on the left side. She also stated that my left ovary was high up, so it made it very difficult for her to be able to see that ovary as well. So the plan thus far is next Friday I will travel to the facility and I will retrieve on next Friday. Now, in the spirit of keeping positive, I go on to look for flights. The flight is much cheaper Friday, so I have to go to monitor on tomorrow morning again, and hopefully they're still, they're growing and getting bigger as the day go on and as the medicines are given. And hopefully by Monday I'll know for a fact if we're going to be there on Friday, if I'm going to be there on Friday. So this is what we're going to do. Since Stephen has to work, he has to mail his sample to them. He has to send the sample over to them, and then they're gonna do whatever they do with it, freeze it. I don't know what they're gonna do. And then when I come on Monday, then they'll go ahead and they'll transfer it in at that point. So it's sad because it's not going the way that we had hoped that it would go. But all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. They do. They really, truly do. And I'm really trusting God in this situation. I'm trusting God in every area of my life. Anything that is coming into my life that is negative or that's bringing negative energy, I am deleting it out of my life. I will block my mother if I have to. I don't have to. My mom is great. But I will block her if I had to. Anything that's going to steal my joy, steal my peace, steal my positivity, got to go. I don't have no room. I don't have no room for them at all. None. So it is what it is. So all is well. And I appreciate everybody who's watching and following along with us. I probably won't come back on tomorrow for that result. I'll come back tomorrow. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and talk to you all about that result, because the one that's a 10, they listed it as a cyst, but it's a follicle. So she was saying if it gets bigger, then it's a follicle. If it's a cyst, it'll be the same size or get smaller. So I will come back and update you guys on that on tomorrow and let you know how that goes. And for those of you who know the words of prayer, keep us in prayer. We're praying for you as well. Always remember, keep your faith on fleek and strive to be on top, because the bottom is already too crowded. Thank you.